Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
What is up, folks? It's Joe Alsabrook here with Mindset Over Everything, and this is a daily dose. I'm doing an early Sunday so I can get at some playoff football. A few other things I got to get done. Not that you guys care about that. I'm going to get right to the point. All right. This journey, and this is speaking to the people who are on that journey, right? Whether you're working a 9-to-5, a W-2, or whatever, but you want something more. You're trying to build something better, right? That's the journey I'm referring to in this. There's going to be a frustration that you have always and forever that will never change. You need to learn quickly to just get over it, right? And take it for what it is. What is that frustration? Other people's opinions. Some people call it hate, and I'm not really into the hate, right? I don't really buy into the fact that people think they have haters. Most of the time, Andy Frisella brings up a good point on this. Most of the time, you don't really have haters. You just have people who are miserable in their life, and they're not truly hating on you. But I digress, right? So what I mean is other people's opinions. People see you doing something good, and they want to give you an opinion on what you should be doing or how you should be doing it, right? Case in point, there's people that'll say, maybe you shouldn't have a beard if you're in business. I'm in business, I got a beard. There'll be people that say, maybe you shouldn't wear, a hat and wear a shirt and tie and be professional. Why? I'm being authentic. I don't dress up a shirt and tie on the weekends, man. I don't even do it every day on the weekdays. This is authentic. I'm talking to you like I would talk to one of my friends because that's what you are. If you're following this, you're following me. Look, we might as well be friends, right? I'm giving you the best advice, things that it took me a long time to learn, trying to shorten that learning curve, even if just a little bit. Most people give you opinions thinking that they're helping, when in reality, there's a quote that comes to mind. There's two I'll share with you here today, and then I'm going to let you get on with your Sunday, right? The first quote is, don't take constructive criticism from someone who hasn't constructed anything. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. Took me a while to learn that. Now, another part of that is don't take constructive criticism from someone who hasn't constructed what you're trying to build. Seek the subject matter experts in the lane you're in and follow them, right? You can have digital mentors without really having to have them as a mentor sitting next to you every day, right? You can follow them. You can copy off of them. That's why they share that information. That's why I'm sharing this information, right? Copy it. Duplicate it. It's working. I promise you. You're going to keep following. You're going to see for yourself. You're going to start doing, and you're going to see for yourself. You like the shirt today? You don't lack motivation. You lack accountability. I believe in that 100%. So the second quote is by Grant Cardone. If nobody hates what you're doing, nobody knows what you're doing. That's very simple. And Grant is super. He's a champ, a pro, the best ever at taking some words and putting them simply. And that's the God's honest truth. If people don't hate what you're doing or have a way you should do it better, either not enough people know or nobody knows. Either way, you're not putting the message out enough. You're not doing enough. Go higher, go further, go harder, and mute the opinions. Or better yet, if it comes from a trusted source, someone that you like, someone that you love, someone that you care about, say, you know what? That's a great point. Thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing that with me. And keep it moving. Don't get frustrated because others try to tell you a better or another way to do it. And you don't have haters. I'm going to steal from Andy Frisella right now. He says himself, what do they put a dead cat in your mailbox? They slash on all four of your tires. They honestly trying to see you do bad in life. Come on, man. Really? Or are they just miserable sacks of crap and they're mad and sorry at their own life? All right? They hate themselves, not you. And that's the God's honest truth. I'll talk to you guys later. Now go execute. Actually, it's Sunday. Do something to propel yourself forward. Take a little rest. Go to the gym. Resolutions, goals, hit them. Talk to you guys. What's up, folks? How you doing? It's Monday, right? We got Monday Dose. Joe Alsabrook with, where'd it go? Oh, it's upside down, too. I'm terrible at this. Mindset over everything. Mindset over everything. Your daily dose. This is Monday Dose. How the hell was your Monday? Mine was fantastic. Look, folks, I get it. The holiday hangover is real. I know it. You know it. We all know it. The holiday hangover, right? You spent time with family. You did this, that, and the other thing. You couldn't really get into the swing of things. Maybe you worked a couple days last week, and then you come up and today, and it's like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, why, man, like, why in the world do I have to go to work today? Can't we get an extended day? Speaking of extended day, the kids got an extended day. Come to think of it, the kids don't go back to school until tomorrow, but I'm going to help you get over that holiday hangover right now. This is what we did, me and my team, to have such a great Monday. We did work. But we did the work we really, really like doing, right? I don't know if it's a surprise or not, but I like doing these videos. I like it. It's an accountability method to myself, to other people, and I really like doing it, right? I have a passion for it. So I did a lot of these today. Don't worry, I'm not going to blow up your news feed. These are for other people. But if you're a prospective client of mine, get ready to see my face in your email box. Watch it. And you're going to see it all year long because that's all I'm doing. Oh, that's not all I'm doing. But I'm going to be doing that all year long, right? Here's the best way to get over a holiday hangover. Take definitive action. Take action. Look, at some point, the advice, the personal development, the self-help, whatever you want to call it that you get out of content like this, whether it's me or Andy Frisella or any of the gurus, the Tony Robbins, and I'm not trying to put myself up there with Andy Frisella and Tony Robbins of the world yet, but any of that information that you're getting from the gurus out there, at some point or another, the information's not all that sexy, right? At some point or another, the information becomes suck it up and do the work. Period. Folks, it's always going to be that. Now, what that work is going to change. That's going to evolve. But you're never going to put yourself into a position to where that becomes irrelevant. The thing you have to do is put your passion into this opportunity, the one you have right now. And you're going to be driven to your purpose. I promise. When you do that, you're going to find in that job you don't like, right? And I mean, let's say you love your job. Man, I'm tired of talking about the job you don't like. Let's take that job you don't like and let's push it over there. In that job you love, find out what you really love about that job, about that career, about that thing, about that side hustle, and go all in on that. Do that every Monday. You're going to find that your weeks start flying by. You start looking forward to Monday because you've set your Monday up to be so successful with things that you love doing, right? That you're never going to be one of those lame people that goes, oh, it's Monday, guys, right? That's my Eric Cartman for you. Look, here's the deal, plain and simple. If you want to get that Monday hangover, that holiday hangover, that whatever stick up your ass out, this is how you do it. Go all in on the work and the aspect that you love about your career. Period. Go all in on that aspect, and you're going to find that Mondays do not matter anymore. Of course they matter. Mondays are one of the most important days of the week. Mondays are when you can get right into that client's inbox, that right in front of that client, right? Believe it or not, Mondays are that day. Mondays are the day that they're inundated with emails, and I'm talking about business in general, not just sales. Mondays are the days they're inundated with emails, but if you get creative, just creative enough, you can be the one that stands out. And then if you stand out enough, guess what? You're going to become outstanding. Oh, I just did that. Folks, that's it. There's your Monday dose. I don't know if you can tell, but I am fired up. I love it. I hope you're fired up. Make it a great week. You're going to see me tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going out with a team. We're getting old school. I'm excited about it. We're getting old school tomorrow. We're going to go do some direct marketing, like walking through the door of the business owner, opening it and saying, I'm here to see John. Is he expecting you? Well, yeah, he should be. Every time. I say that every time. Folks, I love it. I hope you love it. Get to the point where you love it and everything in your life changes. Joe, how do I do that? Mindset over everything. Now go execute this. It's Tuesday, your Tuesday dose with Mindset over everything. I'm currently stuck on the Howard Franklin looking at a bunch of brake lights. GPS says it's going to be like an hour. Apparently it's a really bad wreck. God bless those involved. Hope everyone's okay. So here we are. I'm going to use this time to do a Tuesday dose. And this is a TBT Tuesday, Throwback Tuesday, but I had a memory show up on Facebook, and it was a post about an agent that I was training, and this time last year, actually, this very day last year, and this was the first part of when we started kind of working together. Only lasted a few weeks. I've kind of got a theory: fail them fast, because you're either it's like a trial by fire. You're either going to push through it or you're going to quit and say, nope, it's not for me. Learned it in the military, and it works, right? It's the whole washout thing. But I'm not mean, I'm not rude, but I'm just very honest about, what the work entails, what needs to happen. So I'm going through this honesty and training with her, and, we're going over, different things and talking, and she's saying all the right things. There's just something that she wasn't showing in the conversation, right? So as we go through, and she starts questioning the work, she says, we're going to have to do this every day. I mean, isn't there just a list of like employers that we can just, go meet with? And that's what we're doing. Sales 101. Create a list, call the list, rinse, wash, repeat. Create a list, call the list, rinse, wash, repeat. Now, when I say call, I mean prospect it. I mean get involved with it. I mean do different things with that list. That's Sales 101. David, what is up, brother? How are you doing, man? I'm glad you joined in. So as I'm training this agent, and we're going through some things, and I'm letting her know, some different things that, the job entails. Again, I'm brutally honest. And she's saying, yeah. But she's questioning the work the whole entire way. There's a quote, and I'm going to paraphrase this, and I know I'm going to misquote it, but it goes a little something like this. People tend to overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5 years. People are looking for the microwavable minute, right? The minute career. And they don't exist. I'm just here to tell you, they don't exist. At some point, it's just doing the work, folks. And I know that's not sexy, that's not hot, that's not what a lot of people want to hear. But I was told early on, getting into this 1099 career with Colonial Life, if you just put your head down, Joe, and you go as far as you can, as fast as you can, and you just keep going day in and day out, you're going to look up 2, 3, and 4 years later and have no idea how you got where you are. And folks, that's the God's honest truth. Whether it's 1099 sales, whether it's a W-2 job, whatever that career field is that you choose that you want to do, if you put yourself and your passion into that opportunity and your head down and you go all into it, you're going to find success. Here's where people mess up. They quit. Now, this agent that I was training, that's exactly what happened. She calls me one day and something wrong with her car, right? She calls me the next day, something wrong with her cat. She calls me the next day, this just isn't for me. Now, I said, okay, that's a choice you're going to have to make. I'm not going to talk you into it if you've already talked yourself out of it. But I'll tell you this. I want you to have success in whatever you choose to do. But you're going to have to stop quitting on yourself before you're ever going to see that. You've only been doing this for 2 weeks. What did you expect to happen at that point? Are you overestimating what you can accomplish in a long term, in the short term, and underestimating what you can accomplish in the long term? Life is a long play. They say life is short, but that's not true. It's the longest thing that you're going to go through physically, right? I mean, there's the afterlife, and maybe there's the pre-life, and all of those debates, and we can get into the philosophy of things. But life isn't short. It's one of the longest things that you're going to experience currently. You have to be in the moment in that life. And if you quit in the moment, you're setting yourself up for failure in the future, period. How many times are you going to quit and start over before you realize that you got to go all in on the opportunity that you have? You got to go all in on the opportunity that you have. You got to give it everything you got. Stop looking for the microwavable minute careers. They don't exist. Remember Bitcoin? There's probably still people making money on Bitcoin, but I'll tell you who they are. They're the people that shorted it. You know the stock market? Right? Long play. Long play investors make money in the stock market. Short play investors can make money, but typically it's a popcorn effect. You just don't know which kernel you're going to be. You're going to be the one that's half popped. You're going to be the one that's burnt. You're going to be the one that's full popped and beautiful, but someone eats you, right? Don't steal that. I'm going to use that in a podcast. Folks, that's what I want to talk to you about today. When you put your plan together, don't put your plan together for short-term success only. Plan it out. What do you want to accomplish in 5 years? What's that going to look like 3 years from now? What's that going to look like 2 years from now? What's that going to look like this year? What do you have to do this month, this week, this day to make all of that happen? That's how you have to line it out. Reverse engineer your goals, and you're going to be more realistic with yourself as far as the actual work it's going to take and the actual adherence and commitment it's going to take. That's what I want for you. I want for you to stop quitting on yourself. I really do, because the moment you stop quitting on yourself, you start winning, because that's the only other option, right? You either win or you quit. You don't lose. You're still going, and you're perpetually moving forward. So you either win or you quit. Life's not microwavable. Neither are careers. Neither are you. Now go execute. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to be staring at some brake lights here on the Howard Franklin. Thank you very much. Hey, what's up, guys? Joe Olsenbrook here with Mindset Over Everything, and I apologize. This video is going to be a little noisy from the road sound, but this is the most important message you're going to hear all day. Why on God's green earth would you ever doubt yourself? Why? You are the most important resource you have. Everything you've accomplished in your life, and you've accomplished a lot, you've got yourself to here. Everything you've accomplished in your life, you did. Put it this way, were you handed anything? No, man. Were you given anything? Why would you doubt yourself? Why? Why ever? You can't doubt yourself. Look, if you doubt yourself, you're undervaluing every single move and decision you make. You're setting that price so low. The reason you probably doubt yourself is probably the same reasons I've doubted myself in the past. The reason you probably doubt yourself is because of the broken promises that you made to yourself, right? That you didn't keep. You knew when you made those resolutions that you weren't going to stop eating Oreos, Joe. You knew when you made that resolution that you weren't going to stop doing this, that, or the other, right? That you weren't going to do this differently. So in making it, you knew you were going to lie, and you set yourself up for failure because you were used to breaking promises that you made to yourself. Look, guys, it's time to get selfish in 2019. Why do you think in the airplane they tell you to put the oxygen mask on first? Why do you think that is? Because you're no good to anyone dead. Period. You can't help anyone if you don't start with yourself. When you wake up in the morning, right? Are you going to breathe for someone else first? You got to get selfish in 2019. You have a responsibility to become the best, strongest, most dedicated, committed, accountable version of yourself. Hands down. Otherwise, what value are you giving to anyone else? And I don't say that to say you don't have value. I say that to say the responsibility and the onus is on you. It's time to own up to it. Put that oxygen mask on, then start helping everyone else. But start by breathing first. I'm going to talk to you guys later. That's your daily dose. I'm fired up. Time to go kill this week. What is up, folks? Joe Olsenbrook here with Mindset Over Everything. Daily dose. What? It is our daily dose. It is Thursday. I told you I'm going to do these every single day. So I've got something special for you, right? We're going to get into a little bit of daily dose here, but more importantly, I want to tell you, make sure, one, you're following the podcast. If you're not following the podcast, you're really missing out on some great content outside of what's posted here on Facebook and the social media platforms. Mindset Over Everything is the podcast anywhere you listen. So Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, you name it. Mindset Over Everything. Check it out. All right. Also, Daily Dose is going to get more interactive. This live video series, I'm going to start answering questions that you submit to me, right? So as you submit questions, I'm going to go through and answer, and it hit me. A lot of times when we're dealing with problems, we can't see the forest for all the trees. You ever heard of that? Right? We can't see the forest because, that we're blinded by our problems and our surroundings. So with that being said, I want to show you and prove that your problems aren't as unique as you think they are. So a lot of times we got those blinders on and we think that we're going through something and it's really just us and it affects us. But chances are I've been through it, others have been through it, and submitting that question and getting that answer is going to help not only you, but a lot of other people. And if nothing else, it's going to help you understand that you're not the only one facing those issues. We all are, right? And a lot of times that helps alleviate things just in and of itself. But I'm going to give you some real answers, some real solutions to those real problems. That's what I want to do for you. Now, you can do it anonymously. Just let me know when you send a message. All right, you can submit them on the post if you'd like, or you can go to my page, hit send message, and send it that way, right? And let me know if you want me to use your name or not. I won't use your last name, but I'll be like, John from Tampa, had a question, and this is what he was facing. Something short and sweet. Doesn't really have to be complicated unless you want it to be complicated. Make sense? I think it's a great idea, but I want to know if you think it's a great idea. Now, for today's Daily Dose, here's the deal, folks. A lot of us go through a lot of things every single day. And a lot of us affect others by how our day is going. Now, if you want to really be the change in the world, you got to start changing what you do and how you think. What do you start your day with? What do you inundate yourself with before you even get up out of bed? I know the answer. I want you to. Right? It's your phone. It's Instagram. It's Facebook. It's news. It's whatever, right? And I'm guilty. Melinda's guilty. We're all guilty of it. Even the people that say they don't do it, they do it, right? So I'm not even saying stop all that. Your routine is your routine. Sometimes you got to check the phone. Sometimes you got things going on. You need to see your messages, whatever. What I'm saying is, what else are you inundating yourself with daily? You've heard me talk about this before, but your daily routine is really what's going to set the pace, and how your day begins doesn't necessarily mean that's how it's going to end. You're completely in control of your day, and it starts when you wake up. So make sure you got that routine in order. Check out the podcast, Mindset Over Everything. This is what I do every day, right? I listen to Abraham Hicks on YouTube, right? Law of attraction is what Abraham Hicks talks about. If you're not into law of attraction, you don't believe it, I can promise you it's affecting your life and every day anyway. If you want to talk to me about it more, I'd love to have some conversations about it. So hit me up in there, call my cell, whatever you want to do. I'd love to have some conversation with you about that. But so I listen to that every day. Andy Frisella, Heath Oaks, his podcast, Second Shot. Andy Frisella's the MFCEO Project. I listen to Ryan Stewman, Rewire. There's several, right? And I've posted them before, but I mean, Ed Milet, can't leave Ed Milet out. Dean Graziosi, there's a lot of them that I listen to all the time, and I hit different levels, right? Like MFCEO is that punch in the mouth. Ed Milet is that punch in the mouth with a hug at the end. Dean Graziosi's just got some really good concepts. Ryan Stewman, very holding you to your accountability, right? That Rewire is a lot of kind of what we go over here, but in a different spin. Ryan's got a really good way of putting that on there. So my challenge to you is start inundating yourself. Maybe I mean indoctrinating. Maybe that's what I mean. Start indoctrinating yourself with that good information daily. Start with that. Start with these. You can't really start with these because they're not at the same time every day. But you can put them on your list. You can pull it up. You can watch it whenever you want, right? You can go to the page. You can follow and make sure you get these updates when these live videos come out, and you won't miss a dose of Daily Dose, right? You'll get your fix daily. I'm going to be doing these every day. I want your questions. Please, if you're facing a problem, an issue, this could be on a personal level, a business level. This could be on, you name it, any level, parenting. I'm not trying to say I'm the world's best parent, but I got my head on my shoulders and I was raised by great people. And I've got an amazing partner, Melinda, who has taught me so much and I'd love to talk to you about it. If nothing else, helping you find a place to get the answers, because I never claim to have them all, right? So I'm not saying give me your questions because I've got the golden key to the answers of life, right? But I do have a way to get here so you can think about those problems in a different way, in a different mindset, with a different light. I love you guys. I want you to kill it. I want you to crush it. Tomorrow is Friday. If you're in sales, it's Follow-Up Friday. It is not, FOF, which is F-Off Friday. It's not F-Off Friday. It's Kill It. Recap the week. Make sure, go back through those leads. If you're in sales, make sure you're brushing those back off again. I had someone hit me up just today that I haven't talked to in a long time. They've reached out to me. I want to do some business next week. Those leads aren't dead. You are. Just kidding. Go execute. What is up, folks? Joe Alsabrook here with Mindset Over Everything. This is Friday Dose. This is the first week of the Daily Dose and of the Daily Dose series. I did some the week before too, so this is, I guess, 2 full weeks in. So maybe I need to check my calendar a little bit. But, folks, look, today didn't start off great. I woke up with a pounding headache. And look, I'm not crying to you. I'm just going to make a point. And I don't know where it came from. I mean, I don't really drink, so that wasn't it. I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but it was kicking me right in the side of the head. And I had to kind of fall back a little bit on the game plan for today. I'd planned on several things. And the thing is, I had a meeting right at a phone call at 9. I had a meeting at 9:30 with a client. And then I had several other phone calls and just some things to catch up on. You know how we do, right? You're always entrepreneurial world. You're always juggling a lot of things. And, man, to be honest, I mean, around noon, I had to lay it down for a minute, just kind of I took some Tylenol. A little bit later, I took some Aleve, drank a lot of water. Anyway, I bring all that up to say this. Things are going to happen, man. Daily, things are going to happen. A lot of people, when we make those commitments to ourselves and those things that we're going to do every day to make ourselves successful, sometimes when those things happen, we sacrifice some of those things that we said we were going to do. And that's why it's really important to get dialed in on the crucial tasks. I want you to go back and I want you to listen to The Art of Accountability on Mindset Over Everything podcast. I'm telling you right now, if you apply episode 1 to how you make your schedule, how you line out your day, then how you line out your week, it really kind of reverse engineers it. It starts the goals for the year that you want. And I would suggest even go beyond that. If you have a clear vision that you're doing the career field that you're going to be doing for the long haul, of course it's going to evolve as you go. But set that 3-year plan, set that 5-year goal, and then walk it back, right, all the way to a year for what you want to do this year, what you have to do to hit this year to get to that point 3 years down the road. Then what you got to hit in a quarter of the year, right? Each quarter. Then what you got to hit in a month. Then what you got to hit in a week. Art of accountability is what it's about. Keeping yourself accountable means setting the crucial tasks in priority to what you need to do and what you told yourself you were going to do. Like I said, I was going to do these daily videos every single day. I did want to share with you a little bit of how the day didn't go perfect. Right now I've still got a little bit of a lingering headache. It's starting to fade a little bit, but hey, it happens. Happens to the best of us, right? So what are you going to do when that happens, right? Would you just call off completely and say, you know what, I'm just not feeling good today? I was going to make some video content for LinkedIn for my business consulting and my insurance business. I was going to make some of those videos, but today wasn't it. Sitting there staring at the camera with a pounding headache. It wasn't the message I wanted to put out there. So I'm going to look at doing that, getting those caught up this weekend, and but the majority of my tasks stayed right on point for what I was going to do today. And that's because of the accountability methods that I put into place to make sure those get done. And I keep it simple. I don't have 20 items that I got to get done that day. I've got my 5 critical tasks that I have to get done, critical, events. And those are the same nearly every single day. And then outside of those, I've got, tasks, and those are malleable, right? Those I'll triage it to what's immediate and then, forward the rest to like Monday if I can't get to it, if it's a weekday type task. But really, folks, that's what I wanted to share. Setting that mind up right is what is going to lay that foundation for when you feel like crap that day, the life just punches you in the face. You're still going to be able to accomplish those critical items, or at least the majority of them, that you had told yourself in those promises. And keeping the promise you made to yourself is crucial in this type of business, in any type of business, just in life, really, right? Keeping those promises you made to yourself. That's why I said in the last video or two, it's time to get selfish in 2019. You've got to make sure you're set up first. If you're not set up first, what are you really going to do for your partners, for your business partners, for your coworkers, for your life partner, right? Your significant other. You got to set yourself up first and then grow out from there. All right. That's the message I wanted to do. I am going to host a watch party. I'm going to do that tonight, probably around 6:30. And I'm just going to put every single one of the Mindset of Everything videos in it from this week to have a little week recap. And I appreciate everything you guys have done. Thank you very much for the support. Check out the podcast if you haven't. There's going to be a link here in the comments so you can go subscribe to it. Episode 1, Art of Accountability. And then just set it up from there. If you haven't listened to them all, or even if you have, I go back and listen every once in a while. Yeah, take my own advice. I told you, this is kind of me talking to myself, right? So I just thought I'd share those conversations with the world and see if I can't impact somebody. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Hope you had a great week. One more thing. Go execute. I'll talk to you guys soon.